Bigger and Deffer to me, it's one of my favorite albums, but it's also one of the best. I think.
I appreciate that. You know, when we did it, we felt that it was good. We also felt that it was better because LL was on the album. You know, the artist, and his experience and everything is in my personal opinion is what really made that happen. You know, we went on tour with that album, and that's how it was promoted, the tour. There was 2 stages of the tour. First stage was for a few months. The album was new. People didn't really know the songs. So the radio album drove the first half of the tour. Second half, we go back to the same cities. I Need Love was all over the radio. Bad was all over the radio. People were singing the lyrics to the doo-wop. You know what I'm saying? Go Cut Creator Go. My Rhyme Ain't Done. Candy. And we would be tripping like, damn. I remember one time, man, me, LL, and Brian Latour were at Def Jam. We came outside and we were standing on the corner talking because we're getting ready to go on tour. Car drives by and I'm Bad is playing. And it was a moment. We all got quiet and we just looked at one another and we smiled. And as the car kept going by, you could hear the volume, you know, almost like the record. Doom, 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 doom. Pulling off, man. Yeah, man. That was a golden moment right there, bro.
I can imagine. I've had, not from music that I've made, but similar experiences being with artists or just being by myself and hearing a song that I love that randomly happened to me in France. I was in France one time and I heard a dude playing Ice Cube driving down the street, and I was in this small city in France, and I was just like, what?
Crazy. And look, a week after that, radio, and when I say radio, I'm talking about, you know, radio stations, pulled I Need Love off the album and stopped playing I'm Bad.
Okay, I got you. Well,
we didn't even get a chance to, radio heard the album and they started playing I Need Love, and it was a wrap after that.
Yeah, well, of course, that's the biggest song from Bigger and Deffer. Not my favorite, even though it's a great song, of course, because
we get that a lot. Russell hated it too, so it's okay.
I didn't hate it. I just, there's 10 or 11 songs of the 12 or 13 I liked better. That's all. But
he did another ballad that didn't make the album. It was called Sincerely Yours. And the concept of it was a love letter that he wrote to a girl. And so, Sincerely Yours, LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying?
So what happened to that?
It didn't make the album. I remember Teddy Riley and Heavy D came in while we was playing it, and Teddy and Hev left, and Hev did a ballad called something like Affectionately Yours or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, just planted a seed. Not saying that he was biting or anything. Rest in peace. But yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good day, man.
No, but the thing about it, as a producer, I wanted you to explain, you know, you've been with Breeze, you make the 50, 60 songs. How many songs did you make for Bigger and Deffer, would you guess to me?
How many songs was on the album? 12? 11? 12? Well, Sincerely Yours, he had a song called You Can't Juice Me. He had a song called...
Was that Dissing the Juice Crew?
No.
Okay.
No. Todd didn't make records to diss people. Todd will diss you if you fucked with him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But there is a doesn't he diss MC Shan on one line of
Yeah.
I thought he dissed Shan on the album though.
Now that I'm thinking about it, your mic sounds weak. Remember that, Skeezer. I'm better than Napoleon, Hitler, or Caesar. I'm a hitman, not for hire. It was designed to die. What's that? The Breakthrough.
So he dissed Salt and Pepper on the song and MC Shan.
But I don't know if I don't know if that was a direct diss.
Okay.
But he said your mic sounds weak. Remember that.
Skeezer.
Skeezer. He didn't say skeezers, plural.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
And they just happen to have a song called "My Mic Sounds Nice."
Well, and then it was the Puma line is what I'm referencing. But
yeah, now what was that? Was that in Bad?
No, that was on. I remember it's at the end of the album. I'm going through all the lyrics in my head, but my main point is, I never knew, and I've never asked him, and I've talked to him bunches of times. I've always forget to ask him if those were disses or those were just lines. But anyway, my question is the brilliance of
Look, he dissed everybody. He said, "I'm only 18, making more than your pops."
True.
All right.
That's true.
But I would say there's probably about 8 or 9 songs that did not make the album.
Okay. So not nearly as many as with Breeze.
No, we didn't record that many songs with LL.
So then
we could have. I just don't. Man, that's a long time ago.
Yes, very long time ago. So then, Muffler and others have told me, and we've talked, just you and me talking about you also being very keen on the business side of things.
That's what they say.
So what made you, or why did you step into that role for what LA Posse was doing?
Man, when you get together with a crew of guys that become like family, you find your niche in what you do. Go back to Uncle Jam's Army. The best way to start off with Uncle Jam's Army is to help promote. Okay, and if that means hanging flyers, handing out posters, we would do lunchtime dances at schools, always trying to attract as many girls as possible to come, not knowing that we were actually performing a job that is in the music business, promoting and stuff like that. We were just doing it. Now, jump to LA Posse and that whole production thing. I was not as savvy and technically inclined like Dwayne and Bobby them were when it came to programming drum machines and stuff like that. Like, my favorite drum machine was the DX, little brown box. You're just hitting the pads, you know what I'm saying? And the shit worked for me, but the sounds changed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think Run-DMC's song "It's Like That" was done on the DX.
Okay. Shout out to Baby DMX.
I'm saying Dave, family, And then when Dwayne would try to get me to learn the 808, I could program it a little, whatever. But when we met Rick, Dwayne said, "How do you make the 808 swing?" In Def Jam's office, we had just got off the plane. Rick showed Dwayne how to make it swing, and they was like, "You guys already got the Def Jam sound." Why? Because we had the 808 drum machine. And he said, "This is going to work brilliantly. Now we got some more producers." You know what I'm saying? So if I couldn't come up, with continuous creative ideas, I had to find something else to do, which was go into the belly of the beast and deal with Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? We got to pay rent this month. We didn't get our checks. We out of money. You know, he couldn't say no because we kept bringing music. You know, was making music. Hell, me and Dwayne sat in the basement of Miss Simmons' house across the street from LL. He had just bought the SP 1200, I think. And we sat there and went through crates and crates and crates and crates of records, sampling loops and sounds and stuff like that. That's all a part of production. You know what I'm saying? We got to go to the office. Dwayne, well, I'm tired. I'll go. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know what it is to make them push the buttons to do things. So I was at Def Jam every day, but I was also in the studio every day at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I spend hours over there ear hustling, using the phone, you know, watching Leo, just watching and learning. Go back to the studio. The guys in there working, you know, seeing what it is, give me the music to take back to Def Jam. So I was kind of like doing A&R work, but didn't understand that that's what I was doing.
Gotcha. Because that's, as you say this, and as I know, not to the magnitude that you do, but the bottom line is people forget the business side of the music business a lot of time. They just think it's only about the music, and that's not the case.
Yeah, and then did this. Being a novice, made a lot of mistakes. It's trial and error. You know what I'm saying? You know, you think that there's a certain structured format and formula that has to be done, but it isn't. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be creative.
So give me an example of a mistake you made that you were able to fix and apply as you went forward.
Read the contracts.
That's a good starting point. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Read the motherfucking contract. Because if you don't read the contract, man, you'll get done. And there's no get back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it'll make you mad enough to where you want to put a piece of steel to somebody's head. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got to read your contract, man. And if you don't understand what you're reading, get your lawyer. You know what I'm saying? And make sure he's on your side and ain't double dipping and moonlighting with the label. We ran into that.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
For a minute, we was going to use Russell's attorneys, Andy Tavo and whatever. And Breeze's mother hooked him up with an attorney named Robert Rosenblatt. And I don't know who decided it, but, you know, just being creative, it was like, we should just talk to Morgan's lawyer because we need a lawyer. Russell would say, you guys need an attorney. Don't use my attorney. You know, Russell was the label. Russell was the manager. Russell was the road manager. Russell was everything.
You had a few revenue streams.
Yeah, man. You know, and he was trying to be as fair as possible. You know what I mean? It could have been worse. But, you know, shit. To be with Def Jam when it was the biggest label in the world, you're working with some of the best rappers in the world. And just because we worked with LL, shit, we was with Run-DMC and Jam Master Jay a lot of the time. Or Houdini. You dig what I'm saying? So we are we're there. We're in Mecca. We're in New York. You go to the Latin quarters, and Breeze was like, look, that's Grandmaster Caz. And I was like, whoa, these people are really like in the club. You know, Bernard Wright. You know what I'm saying? Scorpio. You know, Scorpio was very friendly and pleasant, and we got along. Everything was groovy. Me and Jam Master Jay on 125th at Dapper Dan's down the street from the Apollo. This dude was running across the street, and he runs over to Jay, and they dap it up, and Jay says, Darryl, this is Cowboy. I said, shook a head. He said, yeah, this is a Cowboy. I was like, get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
But it was always like that.
Be sure to check out the History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Your MTV Raps with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.